This is Joshua Parker. Now, it's been a year since the beginning of the end, and flesh-eating monsters are everywhere. And yet somehow, he's managed to survive. It's been several weeks since he last saw someone, and the dawning realization that there could be no one left wears heavy on his soul. And near the start, he'd heard about a group holding out at the Louisville Airport, but it was somewhere safe. So he's going to try to get there, or he's going to die in the attempt. There's nothing else to live for. Yes, indeed, for this season we are going full Nomad. This is Joshua Parker, and he's going to try entirely on foot to get from one edge of the map to the other. We are far west of Echo Creek. It is going to be brutal. It is 10 years later. It is rare or extremely rare loot. First decision, do we try and get into Echo Creek for some valuable supplies? It will mean more trouble, more zombies. Or do we try and go cross country, try and stay clear of the sort of towns, built up areas? Okay, well, here we are. It has not taken long at all. We've got lampposts, we've got roads, we've got civilization, or at least what's left of it. As I said a while ago, we are on the outskirts of Echo Creek, and we are on the far west side of the map, and somehow we got to try on foot to get all the way to the other side of town, to Louisville Airport. We got a few weapons, a few meager supplies. We don't want to have to try and wade through thousands of zombies. We got to take it slow. We got to be stealthy. We got to be smart. We've also got to fight for survival. And we've got some interesting mods. We got 10 years later. It is, in terms of setting, it's 1 year later, 1 year into the apocalypse. Everywhere's going to be overgrown. Everywhere's going to be ruined. Everywhere, hopefully, will be quiet and problem-free. There will hardly be any loot. As always, there will be a link in the description to the Steam collection of mods. Let's continue to press further into town. Okay, well, again, it seems quiet. Almost too quiet. I thought the houses had some fire damage to them. But maybe that's just a sort of a byproduct of the time that's gone by, of the erosion. All the houses are going to have the chance for barricades as well. It's going to be tough to find loot. It's going to be tough to find supplies. It could be very tough to survive. Okay, well, it is eerily quiet. We got our first location. You can see everywhere. It's a mess. It's a mess. It really does feel like civilization was just, well, a bad memory, a good memory. You decide. This is dodgy. Oh man, there's nothing more scary than not knowing where the zombie is. Okay, they're inside. Is it just one? How many are there inside? We don't know. You can see. Yeah, we got a claw hammer. We do also have the ability to lockpick as well. We need a screwdriver and a paper clip. Well, they're definitely inside somewhere. You can see with the overgrown trees, we could really quite easily stumble into a zombie at any point. Okay, we need to be really careful here. All the doors are broken down. You can see everywhere is destroyed. Josh did lose his torch recently, and of course the zombies got outside now looking for us. Okay, let's take care of this one. But we need to be really careful because the zombie could just come from nowhere at any point. We've gone with a bit of a stealth build on this one. We've got bonuses in light-footed and a few of the other stealth sort of moves, but you can see rare, extremely rare loot. It's going to be difficult to find anything, and we might have to resort to relying almost entirely on foraging, entirely on foraging just to survive, to stop from starving. It's a year into the apocalypse, so there's, oh wow, that is incredible. For extremely rare loot, that is quite a find. And I'm playing with better flashlights as a mod, so we can attach that to the belt. That could be make things a lot easier. Do we want to wear safety goggles? No, not for the protection. Well, we've got a basement, but yeah, we're a year in, so there's instant water shut off, instant electricity shut off. Okay, well, do we want to take that as a weapon? Don't think so. Let's move on. Now, as I said, at times this whole thing is going to be quite brutal. We're going to play, or try and play with some quite strict rules. We're going to go full on Nomad. We're going to go entirely on foot. All the vehicles, I think, are going to be either non-existent or ruined, or no, just not going to be in a drivable state. So we've got to do everything on foot. We've also not, oh God, man, it is gloomy in there. That is going to be a real challenge with no electricity. We're also full on Nomad, so we can only, we're just going to stick with, wow, trees right in front of the door. Oh my God. Okay, we're just going to stick with what we can actually carry in a bag. We do have a big hiking bag. Let's take spare water. Is that anything on the floor? Finding things on the floor is going to be crucial. We've got 50% pre-looted, really. So yeah, it's going to be tough. We can only carry, only go with us what we can carry in the big hiking bag. That's what I'm trying to say. And we got to keep moving. Can't make a base. We can't loot, take it back to a location and hoard it there. We can only live off, only survive with what we can carry, which means at times we're probably going to have to make some really, really tough decisions. Okay, we are lucky. We are very lucky at the moment with the amount of zombies that there aren't. Now we're going to be lucky and find any sort of medical supplies. You can see it's just, yeah, it's just hardly going to be anything. Okay, well, we're lucky. Things are going better than expected. We got a few meager bits of medical supplies. We got an opportunity to fill up the water. Okay, this is going to be a really crucial thing, what we can find on the floor. With the pre-looted situation, most of the loot, what little loot there is at least, is going to be on the floor. We've got to make sure we don't miss anything. We're just going to have to just survive on meager rations, I think. Got a strip mall with a variety of options, banking wise. Yeah, currency, money, absolutely no value other than to wipe your ass. Food, on the other hand, possibly the most valuable thing. Well, the shelves absolutely bare. The Bible, I might need that at some point. We got to pray if you want to survive, I think. How we're going to get across the whole of Knox County on foot. The map is undiscovered as well, because I wanted to avoid just being able to look on the map and just think, yep, there's a building, let's go that way. I want to be going down roads that I don't know. I don't know what's the end at the end of. It's going to be a massive challenge. Another challenge is managing this claustrophobic trait. Now let's just take a moment to review the traits. Now I've got an interesting array of mods, one of which is, I think it's called alternative occupations. So this Joshua Parker, he is a scout. We'll have a look at the skills in a moment, but he is claustrophobic, so he's going to get panicked whenever he's indoors. This guy is used to being out on the road. He's used to camping. He's a slow healer. He's a slow reader. He's not the best educated, but he is outdoors. He's wakeful and he's fit. He is sturdy, he is hardy, he is used to living on the road, he's used to camping out in the middle of the nowhere, he's used to taking risks every day just to survive. Now skills wise, we've got boosts in his physical fitness 125% XP boost, strength the same. We got a little bit in light-footed and running and sneaking. He is used to being light-footed. He's used to being on his, well, just hopefully we'll find out if he can manage it, but being light-footed, being passing through places undetected. Okay, well, you know what? We got to go back inside. We got to check the floor. We got to check the floor. We don't want to miss anything. I was hoping to grab a couple of extra batteries. We got some hot sauce. As I said, supplies are going to be just almost non-existent. We're going to have to just, yeah, the seafood diet. Yeah, it's that joke again. There's our first group of zombies to try and avoid, try and slip past. Guns. We want guns. I can't think we want guns, but there is a staircase there. Is that going to lead up to an apartment? We got to try and take things slow. Yeah, you see, we don't want to be standing and fighting groups of zombies like that. We got to try and slip past them. Okay, well, there might be more than just an apartment. It looks like we got a row of apartments, which could be a bit of a gold mine. I haven't found a watch yet. We don't know how late it is in the day. Again, that is something of Joshua's that recently broke. This is a big apartment. This is just one apartment over a row of 3 shops. Massive. Oh yes, okay. We got a paperclip. And the other thing we're going to need if we're going to successfully pick locks is going to be a screwdriver. I think at some point we might find ourselves in a situation where picking a lock and getting out of sight off the street is absolutely the difference between life and death. And it's so quiet in here. The loudest thing is poor old Joshua Parker's heartbeat as it feels like it wants to jump out of his chest. Or claustrophobia. It's going to be a tough one. It really is. Wow. That is something that we could maybe use. Well, no, because actually, no, we need to. This just goes to show that things are going to have to be approached and have to think about things in a slightly different way. Electrical Volume 1 this early would be a hell of a find normally, but this series, this playthrough, this attempt to survive, there's not going to be any vehicles. We're doing it all on foot, so trying to get up to a position where we can hotwire vehicles is just, yeah, it's just completely useless. It is not a skill we need. There's nothing else for Josh here, so it is time, yeah, just to continue pressing east. We need to find some batteries from somewhere, so maybe get into a few houses is the priority. Apart from surviving, apart from trying to travel best we can undetected. Take a peek inside. Ooh. I'm seeing a few bits of food. A blue and white bar, or the blue and white bar. Oh my god, did you see that raccoon? I keep thinking it's an absolutely massive rat, and I think, what the hell? But of course it's a raccoon. Wow, we've got a few morsels of crisps here. I'm really surprised how much loot there is in here. But yeah, I kind of feel like a big priority at the moment are batteries, because we're going to have to put our torch on with every single building we go inside. No electricity. It's going to be dangerous. There's no way we can go in without some sort of flashlight. Okay, let's check out the basement. We're looking for radios. Ooh, wow. What the hell is this? We've found... Oh my god, it's so dark. Anything? We found a secret fight club. Maybe the fight club. Who knows? No blood on the floor though. Ooh, what have we got? Nothing. Again, I was thinking, yes, brilliant, a rubber hose. But no. It's not going to be useful in this Nomad playthrough. Vehicles are just completely off the table. Okay, again, nothing here. Again, it's eerily quiet. Not much else here. We got to keep moving. Who knows where we're going to end up tonight, where we're going to sleep. Let's just make sure we haven't missed anything on the floor. Okay, nothing of any use. Let's keep moving. This is a beautiful place. Again, we found more crisps. And again, I got 3 cigarettes now. I got a disposable lighter, box of matches. Yeah, I think that is the thing that could maybe steady Joshua's heartbeat, steady his at times will be shaking hands. We're going to take the whiskey bottle as well. Molotovs, again, might be the difference between life and death. Okay, one more floor to check. We're going to have to, it's time to go back out on the street. But before we do, let me just show you guys, let's just check the map. What sort of progress have we made? I mean, we're zoomed out there. You can just see just how big the map is, just how much of an adventure Josh is going to have to experience to get through, just to get to the other side of the map. But we've made quite a bit of progress already. This is where we started. We've come in on foot. Maybe we should actually take a few steps back and check out some of these houses. I should definitely mark off where I've looted as well. Let's get back outside. I think we're going to actually go back a few blocks, try and find some houses. Maybe they'll have garages. Maybe we can then find. It's so dark. I can't believe were we in this place for so long? Yeah, I've got to take a bit of a step back, head back a bit west. We know it's pretty clear. We know it's pretty quiet. We need to find a house, somewhere to rest for the night. Need to try and avoid combat best I can in this dark. Oh my god, what was that? Oh my god, a hissing raccoon. Jesus. Oh my god. Can he eat raccoons? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, I was hoping we might find a screwdriver. But the shelves look completely empty. Can that raccoon attack me? Do I even have to be... What the hell is that noise? Oh my god, that's scarier than the zombies. This is... Oh, it's another raccoon. Jesus. Oh, there's more raccoons than zombies at the moment. So we're right behind the strip mall, I think. I'm just going to head back west a little bit. Just one zombie, hopefully. Try and find a house. We know it's pretty quiet this side of town. It's time for the first smoke. Oh, and even that's scary. I'm sort of hyper aware at the moment of even the slightest noise, because it feels like it's going to be trouble. We could at any point just blunder into a big group of zombies. Where can we go? We got a house there. That's the house I think we investigated. We know this area is quiet. Things could be okay after all. Man, this is going to be tense the whole way through. Let's get off the street. Let's get some sleep. Just remember that we didn't actually check upstairs. Sounds like there's several zombies here. It's so difficult to tell where they are. They could just be outside. We could be fine. Yeah, they must be in one of these rooms. Just the one. Phew. I think we're going to be okay here. Let's get some sleep. Okay, well, we got a problem. Josh, or old Josh, is absolutely terrified out of his mind. And it's not because of the banging that you hear, although that is not a welcome sound at all. Hopefully that's downstairs. But it's claustrophobia. Claustrophobia has slipped my mind. Poor old Josh is terrified at the prospect of being indoors. So we're a bit of a sticky situation here. It's pitch black dark outside. There's a zombie very nearby. only have thought about grabbing some alcohol while we were in that bar. Man, where's that noise? Is that upstairs? Oh, all of a sudden, doesn't seem like there's anywhere safe. Claustrophobia is subsiding. No. Well, we've got a choice. We've got a tent. Do we want to go back outside? We don't, but we kind of got no choice. Do we want to pitch a tent somewhere outside? Do we want to work our way back to the bar and drink ourselves to sleep? I think at the moment that is the preferable option, so let's do it. Josh is not tired. Yeah, it's dark outside. Oh, just feels like that zombie's right behind you the whole time. Yeah, we got to go back outside in the dark and guarantee that battery on this flashlight is going to go out just the wrong time. I got a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of this over the next days and weeks. At least hopefully we survive that long, creeping around in the dark and hoping we don't get spotted by zombies. Well, I've just about managed to sneak past what seems to be a group of zombies that is getting bigger and bigger, but we managed it again. Pushing our luck though, we've got to go back inside the bar. I think that's our best option. Grab some alcohol and yeah, get off the street, hopefully get some sleep. A couple of bottles of beer. I don't know how much beer we're going to need to drink, but we'll basically pick up as much as we can carry, I think. Okay, so Josh has picked up 3 or 4 bottles of beer and those rats. All that movement, always just like, oh my god, it's a zombie. But we got 4 or 5 bottles of alcohol of varying quality. I think I'm going to actually try and get into this apartment up here. The rooms are a little bit bigger. Maybe that will help keep the panic of the claustrophobia under control for Josh. First, we got to try and get around here without being noticed. Creep up here. Hopefully, just hope that well, at least I hope we get asleep. I hope that group of zombies gets further and further away. Well, we're sort of relatively safe. We're indoors, but that is, yeah, panic-inducing for poor old Josh. You can see he's absolutely terrified. Don't think we actually been in this apartment before, and this is the second. Ooh, we gotta watch. We gotta watch. Let's wear that. Another little milestone. It is almost dawn, and Josh is still not tired, which is kind of crazy. Let's make sure this area is safe. Okay, well that is the second apartment completely checked and cleared. It is now daylight outside, and I've only just realised just now why Josh isn't showing any signs of tiredness. It could be something to do with the 2-litre bottle of Coke that he drank. I totally forgot that has a massive effect on tiredness now, but it is morning. Josh isn't tired. We made it through our first night. Still awake. We might as well just carry on. We might as well just carry on pressing east. Oh my god, that's dark. And man, we really need to find some batteries soon. So again, we've got to try and creep past that group of zombies. Let's hope they've moved south. Now, before I head east, I'm going to actually check out this gun store, because there's a slim chance there might be a larger bag that we can take, because we're already quite a bit over carry capacity, so we're already having to consider what can we drop, what can we leave behind, what can we afford to survive without. Let's see what we can find in this place first. Okay, we've got our first visitor. Josh is actually quite over encumbered, and yeah, of course now he gets drowsy. As soon as it's morning. Oh wow, medieval armory. I don't think we're going to be doing anything with that. Well, a pretty decent selection of guns and ammo, but no real sort of useful gear really, other than the slight upgrade on the jacket. We're going to drop that jacket. It is super heavy, and I think we might just have to just take a moment and drop some of this, really lighten the load. Okay, Inventory is tidied up. It is time to move on. Oh, those zombies are close. Oh my god. How do they not see us? Oh, they probably have seen us. Now's the time they see us, when we're drowsy. I think maybe we've got to try and find somewhere to have a little bit of sleep. There's no way we can keep going all day while we're drowsy like this. So it makes sense just to maybe just double back. Try and find somewhere safe to sleep. I don't know what to do now. We've got to figure something out though. Okay, so we're back once again at this house. It feels like we should be making quicker progress to get east, maybe even get out of town, and then we've got that option of sleeping in the wilderness in a tent. But for now, the plan is, well, the first plan is to find out where the hell this zombie is. So now they're outside. We just came from outside. What the hell is going on? But yeah, I'm just gonna down a bottle of wine, basically, and see if that will do. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I will take that. Okay, Josh is rested. It's time to head east. See what we can find, see how far we can get, and we blast through Echo Creek in an afternoon. It's probably a bit too ambitious, but let's see what sort of progress we can make. Okay, well, I was just realised I hadn't checked out this room here, and it's got a fishing rod. So again, we're having to drop things to pick things up, and we've barely been going a day. It's just going to be a constant problem. Do I want to read those? I probably do. Let's read these now. Maybe just in the garage here, out of sight. Close this. Yeah, let's just read these two magazines here, and then I think there's some commercial areas a little ways to the north, so we'll check those out, see if there's anything useful to loot. Okay, well, that's those two magazines read. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I just managed to make another quite significant improvement to our packing situation, our weight situation. We've got this slot down the bottom here. We can attach the tent pack to the bottom there, which gives us a lot more storage area, a little bit more carry capacity. Right, let's head north, see what trouble we can find. Oh well, out of nowhere we blundered into 3 or 4 zombies. I have no idea where these zombies came from. Josh is quite a specialist with the hunting knife. He's got a really good I've got a mod, 50% chance for jaw stab buff, I think it's called. So that's hopefully could make the difference at some point. So we're going to be looking to really make good progress in hunting knife, but we've only got one at the moment, so we need to try and keep things a little bit balanced and use the baseball bat when we can. Okay, we're getting blundered into another group of zombies. They were right behind the trees. The area looked really quiet, really clear, but I was wrong. I don't know how many zombies. I still can't even tell how many zombies are here. I need to keep an eye on our 6 as well, because they could appear from nowhere. I'm going to try and get into a couple of houses, a couple of garages. I need to find a battery or 2. I've had a quarter hour left on the one torch, and there's no way I'm going to be blundering around in the dark. It's going to make it really difficult, really dangerous, and really, what happened there? Really slows our progress down. What is going on there? Did you see that? That is strange. We're playing. I thought there was a zombie right there. We're playing 42.8, so they've added ragdoll mechanics. Oh yes, okay. We're gonna need that. So we could, if we need to pick locks, we can do that. But yeah, they've added ragdoll mechanics, which only really seems to come into play. Yeah, there's more. There's always more. When you hit them with firearms and vehicles. This is the new 42.8, so if you're not aware of that, make sure you check out the latest blog from the devs. Yeah, there's some more zombies somewhere. But things are nowhere near, in terms of zombie numbers anyway, things are nowhere near as crazy as I was expecting. Although, Yeah, that could change at any moment, because this is one of the problems actually. Playing 1 year later, everywhere's a mess, as you can see, but everywhere's really overgrown. So you really have a lot of line of sight really blocked with all the trees. So we could be really surprised if we're not careful. And I probably shouldn't just stroll down the street. Really need to think about what might be behind the trees. Well, we've got a digital watch on that zombie, so we can upgrade our watch so we've got an alarm. Oh man, there's a lot of zombies in this one area. They're really grouped up. And there's that buffed jaw stab. Just going to check out the back and make sure there aren't any other nasty surprises. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm feeling quite sort of inconspicuous. They're on us in the matter of no time. They're seeing us before we're seeing them, which is bad. Just get back out onto the main road. Stretch out this group of zombies so we can take them on one at a time, but also it's a little bit of a clearer area. I'm going to go with the baseball bat. I don't want to lose the hunting knife so soon. Hopefully there's no more than 3 or 4, and we can make short work of it. But we definitely need to find a couple more weapons as well, because at this rate, we're going to run out of weapons pretty quick. And there's the muscle strains kicking in, swinging a big, heavy bat. I'll probably rely a little bit more on the foot stomp, but I don't want them biting my toes off either. Can we take on 4? We've got minor pain. Let's see how we do. I want to clear this area. I want to get into some houses, garages and loot. So I'm not going to run away just yet. I'm going to try and stand my ground, take down this group of zombies. So the one's gone down, but it's taken a lot of hits, which is not good for the durability of the hunting knife. The muscle strain, that means we're just a lot less effective with the weapons. Okay, just one down. Oh man, we just seem to have attracted every zombie in the block. If we can get to that point where we can outlast them. Oh man, I thought they were down then. We can take a well-deserved break. In fact, we've got no choice. We're barely able to take on any more. Hopefully this is the last one, but we need to get off the street, take a rest. And I like that. I like that new animation. We need to rest now. Okay, so we're off the street, back in this house again. Let's just take the opportunity to fill out our water, have a rest, have some food before we try and take on any more zombies. Well, it's taken a long time for the muscle strain to subside enough for me to be happy to go back out and fight. But yes, swinging around a big heavy baseball bat is not a good idea, so we're going to have to just focus on finding small weapons that we can, that's just not going to tire Josh out so much. Right, let's see if we can get in a couple of homes, find a couple of batteries. It's going to make things a lot easier. Of course, there's always another zombie. Everywhere's a shithole, isn't it? It's a year later. As I said earlier, civilization is just a distant memory, but there is a radio. That is brilliant. So, yeah, why not? Let's just have that. We'll grab the battery and then we'll check out the garage and see if we can find a few sort of weapon options. Yeah, well, before we move on, we might as well thoroughly check the house, and I'm glad I did, because there is another radio. So let's grab the battery on that. Okay, so that's good. And then that one's 100%. The other one, because the radio was on, it was only 58%. So we've got 2 spare batteries now. I do not want to be finding myself in a situation where I'm in a building in the middle, right in the middle of it, and then the battery goes out and everywhere's complete pitch black. I'm going to grab a book. That is going to be hopefully another way we could keep the panic under control for the claustrophobia, so we can get some sleep when we need it. We got a shovel. We got a shovel. That is possibly the complete opposite of what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a small weapon. What is that on the floor? It's way too. At the moment, I've got pretty much almost nothing, so I'm going to have to take it. I'm going to grab this plastic bottle. I'm going to fill it up with water. We haven't got a great deal of carry capacity. We can't carry much more, but I don't want to die of thirst. If we find ourselves trying to get out of Echo Creek and we're walking a long time through the wilderness, we don't want to die of thirst. That would be frustrating. Okay, well, I think we got everything we could possibly need for at least for a little while. We got enough to keep us going. That's a better way of saying it. There's quite a lot of zombies up in that direction. It is already starting to get dark. I'm really not quite sure what we should do next. Okay, well, I just remembered. Oh my god, that really made me jump. That was a much louder noise than I was expecting. But we're dumpster diving. You can find some really valuable loot, like some 100% leather gloves. They are absolutely soaking wet. God knows what they're wet with. I don't want to think about it. I feel like, you know, we've made no progress today, and I want to put that right. We're not tired. Yeah, it's dark. Let's see if we can sneak through Echo Creek, maybe taking the opportunity to loot when we can. But for now, I'm going to keep trying to go east on foot, taking it slow, being careful, being cautious. But if we do blunder into a big group of zombies, we've got a choice. We can choose to fight them, or we can choose to run away. We can just go back the way we came, back west. That area we know is pretty clear of zombies. We've got a fallback position. At the moment, I'm feeling safe, but I'm not sure that is the right word. So we've got just the one zombie. We don't have any muscle strain. We're going to go with the bat. I'm going to use the foot of vengeance when we can. Let's fall back. There's definitely more zombies in amongst the trees. This is going to... My visibility is really poor. Maybe this is a bit too reckless. Try and creep through town in the dark and the rain with all the trees that are around. What is up ahead? Wow, that is the train track that's blocked. I don't know how we can get around it. Oh my god, I can't see the zombies. You can hear them and then you just can't see them. On which side of the train track is the gas station? This is part of the other problem with it being... Right, okay, that is a bit weird, that animation. Taking a bit of trying to get used to it. Let's fall back. Trying to get around this train track with the overgrown trees, the blocked track, the dark, the limited visibility. This is a new area, so there's sure to be zombies up ahead. It's just, oh my god, they're taking them out. It's just too risky. It's unnecessarily risky. So we're going to fall back. We're going to take out the zombies that are on us. Man, I don't know if that sort of stumble and fall back, if that is going to happen. Ooh, we're going to take that. If that's going to happen with other types of weapons, it's going to be interesting to see. It's still going to take a bit of time to get used to, but yeah, let's fall back. It's too risky. Yes, again, we managed to avoid that group of zombies that's somewhere around on the road by the church. We did see a couple of them in the trees. Let's go to the fire apartment. 2 days survived. Some progress made, but not enough, it feels. There's such a massive, long road ahead. Remember, we're trying to get from one side of Knox County. This is the very western side of Echo Creek, on the far west side of the map. We're trying to get, or at least we're going to attempt to, or die trying, to get to the pretty much the other side of the map, the Louisville Airport, which is far east of Louisville. It just feels like a suicide mission, an impossible task, but we're going to try. But that's going to be an adventure for another time. But for now, that is going to have to be all. I hope you guys are enjoying the new series. It's got promise. It is going to be a massive challenge, and Josh meet that challenge and overcome it. There's only one way to find out. That is to watch the next episode. Smash that like button, comment, sub if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode is out. But for now, that is going to have to be all. Peace.